Welcome back to America Tonight. Sitting in our virtual green room, Lisa Bissell. She is the president and CEO of a company called Pure Grown Diamonds. So you think, the old song, diamonds are a girl's best friend, but then we know about conflict diamonds and diamond mining and a slew of other things about the diamond industry. And it's interesting because these are, I believe, grown right in the lab. So let's go right to Lisa. Lisa, tell us about Pure Grown Diamonds and how they come about.
Kate, thank you so much for having me. Lab-grown diamonds are physically, chemically, and optically identical to mined diamonds, except for the point of origin. Instead of being pulled from the ground, they are grown above the ground.
Wow, and how do you do that? How do you grow diamonds above the ground?
Well, Kate, let me tell you, the pure grown process starts with a diamond seed, which is a small piece of carbon. It's placed in a low-pressure microwave chamber. Hydrogen and methane gases are added. The plasma ball ignites. Carbon molecules rain down on the seed. Crystallization begins, like growing a rose. And 12 to 14 weeks later, you have a diamond that's ready for cutting and polishing. It's really that simple. It's a real diamond, and it's scintillating and beautiful.
Yeah, and here's the thing, too. They're eco-friendly, right?
Oh, yes, of course. They're eco-friendly because mining is very destructive. Mining leaves a hole in the ground. You have infestation of bugs and all the other destructive, non-eco-friendly things that come along with it. And then you have a growing facility that has not disturbed the ground and uses a lot less energy. And it's socially responsible.
And here's what's interesting. I started to think about this because you think of conflict diamonds. I remember watching that movie Blood Diamond, and I had heard about that. But actually, and this is a movie, but seeing it, I think, brought to light even more. Oh, yeah, these conflict diamonds and what's happened here, and what does it do to the people as well in the countries where diamonds in some cases are being mined, which thus the word conflict diamonds. And you have some pretty well-known people that are actually sporting these kinds of diamonds, like Queen Elizabeth. I didn't know that. And Elizabeth Taylor was another woman who wore that type of diamond, right?
Pure-grown diamonds are what's called Type 2A diamonds. Only 2% of all mined diamonds are Type 2A, which means they're 99% devoid of nitrogen, which makes them brighter and more scintillating. And up until now, because only 2%, because they're so rare and so pure, they were never available to the consumer. But 100% of our diamonds are Type 2A material. So not just Elizabeth Taylor or Queen Elizabeth can have these diamonds. Now they're available to everybody, and because they're 30 to 40% less money, they're really an exceptional value.
Yeah. I mean, and this is your company and your baby and you love it. But what are and I imagine you have to explain what you just explained to me, that process. What's the reaction? I would imagine that there are people that are really starting to get into this. Are you getting good reaction to the diamonds?
Well, up until now, there's really been no education. So our mission is to educate everybody about how beautiful the diamonds are, that they're an amazing value, eco-friendly, conflict-free. And because we are going out there and educating, there's a huge acceptance. Once all of the features are spelled out about lab-grown diamonds, and we have a sustainable supply, and that each diamond is actually certified and laser inscribed on the girdle of the stone, and each consumer receives a report telling them exactly what their diamond is. There's an overwhelming positive response. It's just lack of education to further give the knowledge of what lab-grown diamonds are. And then comes the Coke and Pepsi challenge. You show somebody how beautiful these diamonds are, and the response is pretty uniform. I get it. I want it.
I love that. We're talking with Liz Bazell, Pure Grown Diamonds. We're talking about that. And the thing with the diamonds, too, is, of course, that you can pick a shape and color. And do you have a popular color?
Well, just like mine diamonds, lab-grown diamonds come in all the different colors and clarities, exactly the same as earth mine diamond. So it depends on what a consumer's looking for, whether they're looking for white diamonds or we even have pinks and yellows. It's consumer preference, but they do have the exact same choices as if they were buying a mine diamond. Lab-grown diamonds come in colorless, near colorless, in every clarity, and it's really somebody's pocketbook and what they have to spend on their ring or their special piece of jewelry. You know, the millennials love lab-grown diamonds because they're very innovative consumers. So they hear about being eco-friendly and conflict-free and being sustainable. And this is really the diamond of the future, and that's what they care about. When they're buying something for a loved one, you want to make the best choice to get a superior diamond that's really an exceptional value.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and we do segments on the show called It's Your Business, and it's always fascinating to me as how people get into the business that they choose. How'd you get into this?
I've grown up in the diamond industry and have always loved diamonds. So when the opportunity came across to me about 2 years ago that there was a scientific breakthrough, I don't know if you know this, Kate, but GE started studying growing diamonds in 1954, and it's taken 70 years to have this scientific breakthrough to grow diamonds of gemological quality. So it's really very new technology, and on a personal level, I was so honored to become involved in a brand new industry, in a very mature industry, and then be the person that's able to educate everybody about such an amazing product.
Yeah, no kidding. I think it's cool. I think there are, as you say, people don't know about it the more they're educated, and then I'm not surprised that millennials have found this. Hey, I have to ask you a question because I did a story on this, and I'm so fascinated on a sidebar note. Since you grew up with diamonds, you understand the diamond business. You've heard of this state park in Arkansas where people are finding diamonds here and there. There was just a big story that was almost a 9-point carat that was, a 9-carat diamond, a diamond that was found in this park. Where do these diamonds come from? And people are finding them it's still rare because that park was open in the 70s. How are they finding these diamonds?
I believe you're referring to Murfreesboro, Arkansas. And,
yes. Yes.
That's a mine that's been there. And, in different states across the United States, we have gemstone deposits all over the place. And people can go out and dig. And the same thing in Arkansas. The finds are rare.
Wow.
I'm not sure what the qualities. I believe some of the diamonds are brown from that mine.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a whole lot of them, but it's certainly, I guess it would be fun to go look for them. One more thing that I wanted to share with you. So one thing that I want to share with you, Kate, is that Pure Grown Diamonds has been honored to be the first ever diamond company to win the 2015 Eco Excellence Award for being most socially responsible. And it's really interesting because up until now, diamond companies have not been able to state that they're eco-friendly or conflict-free, guaranteeing a point of origin. So we were very fortunate to receive this award, and we're very proud of it.
Yeah, congratulations. I think that's great. I think it's fascinating, too. The process is interesting, and I think that this will certainly, as more people are educated about it, I think it'll be more intriguing and probably a great way for people to go unsolicited. I'll say that. I think it's great because the idea of what's happening with the conflict diamonds and also what's happening in the mining area, I think it's absolutely terrific. Lisa Bissell, thanks so much for coming on the show. We appreciate it. Again, Pure Grown Diamonds. You can check it out at puregrowndiamonds.com. It's a luxury lab-grown diamond that we're talking about, different kinds of diamonds. And what's interesting is they're 30 to 40% less than the current diamonds when you're out there shopping for diamonds that are mined. How interesting. All right, Lisa, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks so much for having me, Kate. Have a good day. Take care.